Lisa. We just living life. We just living life with Lisa. Hey, it's nice to meet ya. We just living life with Lisa. We just living life. Make sure you subscribe, like, reviews, yeah. Hey, it's about to go down.
Hello everyone, and welcome back to Living Life with Lisa. Today, as you guys can tell by that title, we will be doing the Heart to Heart collab by Keeping Up with the Griffins. So basically, me, your host Haley, will be asking the lovely couple right here 14 questions. Are you guys ready to get into this?
Yes, we are ready. Hi guys, hi. Thanks so much, Griffins, for asking us to do this collaboration again for the second year. We really enjoyed it the first year, and we're excited to be doing it for the second time.
Alright, so let's go ahead and get started. So the first question is, what is your anniversary date and how long have you been together?
Anniversary date is July 26, 1997.
Been married for 25 years.
So we're coming up on 26 years married, you guys.
Awesome.
Been together for 28.
Been together for 28 years. Yeah, you're good.
Alright, so tell us the story of the first time you guys saw each other.
Okay, now last year when we did it, I told the story. So let's see if you can tell the story.
Well, it says tell us the first time that you both saw each other. So you have to tell
We
your
said that is
perspective and your perspective on when you guys saw each other.
Gotcha.
Yeah, it's the same story. I was home on vacation from the Army. I was at my brother's house, and at the time my brother was dating her cousin, and I was in the kitchen getting my eat on and everything, and I saw this lovely woman come in my brother's house, and I asked her a question because her and her cousin they wound up leaving somewhere. So I asked her the question, she answered, that's okay. After she left, I asked my brother, hey man, who is this girl? And at the time, Lisa was a school teacher and very, very knowledgeable, so I was okay. I want to talk to her. So when her cousin came back, I asked her cousin to give me her number, and it took a minute for her to give me her number. But what's crazy is the first time we had a conversation, we probably talked for about 2 to 3 hours. Conversating, not one word, 2 words. We was conversating for 2 or 3 hours. And it was a wrap after that.
Yep, and that's exactly how it happened.
Oh, by the way, guys, I wound up making her a tape. For those who know back in the day, make them a tape, put them songs on there. Y'all know. They don't do that in today's society. But you make your girl a nice slow jam tape, and I had some classic on there too.
Awesome. Alright, question number 3. What qualities or traits do you see in each other?
The qualities that I see in hubby is that he's very caring. He's loving. He always makes sure that he takes care of family first. So that's what I love about him. Those are my qualities and traits.
Out of those qualities, which one is your absolute favorite?
My absolute favorite, and I forgot to say that he loves hard, and that is actually my favorite. That he loves hard, how he loves.
Same thing is her heart. She loves unconditionally, just always doing for me, doing for others, and that's what draws me to her, is because she's so kind-hearted and giving. She'll give her last to anybody, no question asked. And you rarely find that quality in someone who would give to others before themselves. And I can actually say she's very selfless. Very.
Okay. So, what is the biggest lesson you have learned from each other?
My biggest lesson that I think that I have learned from being with Mr. Smith is that I have to be more patient. I have to be patient. And I'm still working on that.
She taught me a lot of things. What I learned the most with Miss Smith is thinking outside the box. Stop doing the norm. Stop doing the basic. And guys, when I tell you, basic is nowhere in her dictionary. You hear me? And she just different from day one. She is totally different.
Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
No, it's a good thing.
Okay.
It's a good thing. That's the reason why I do what I do. Because she's different. She definitely keep me on my toes. Always wanted me to strive more, be better. Don't accept just being simple, or not working. Yeah, she don't believe in that, and that's a good thing for someone who wants you to give your best or do your best all the time, not sometimes, all the time. And she does that.
Yeah. So I think we both have kind of taught each other how to be patient, when things are, not so good or whatever the case may be. We learn to, kind of talk it out. Sometimes you can't talk it out right then, you got to wait a few minutes, but patience is very, very important in a relationship.
Understanding also off of what she's saying, like you say, things happen in life. If you as a couple, if you cannot be understanding of another person's situation or what that person is going through, why are we even a couple? Or why are we even together if God say through good times and bad, better for worse? You have to actually live up to those things. And it ain't easy, but you do have to live up to those things.
Yep.
Great answers. Okay. How do you define love? What's your definition?
Love is treating a person like a person. Talking to someone, not as someone.
That's his favorite.
And your action. I can tell her all day, every day, I love you. But my actions is going to tell the real story. T, can you rub my back? I can say yes, or I can say no. But if I rub her back when I know she's hurting, or if I rub her back without her asking, she know that I should care. It actually helped her go to sleep. So, maybe 10, 15 minutes rubbing her back that allow her to get peace of mind of sleep. What's so hard about that?
Right. Yeah, that's right. Love to me is action, as what hubby said. Love also too is having each other's back as well too. And of course, love is patient and love is kind. So yeah, there's just so many different ways to describe love, so yeah, I love this dude.
Unconditionally, every day, all day.
So, how did having children change you as a couple?
Well, we only have one, and this is our one and only Haley. I really can't say that it changed a whole lot. You know, it taught us how to love more. It taught us how to care more for, you know, another human being. But as far as like turning our world or lives upside down, or if we had to change a lot of things because, you know, we had a child, we really didn't, you know, because it was just TK and I, and, you know, we had Haley. We prepared for Haley before, you know, she arrived, and, you know, everything, you know, went good. You know, we did shifts, you know, when she was an infant, you know, when he was at work, it was my shift. When he came home, you know, it was his shift. So it really, you know, it was great. It's great having Haley, you know, as a daughter.
For me, it changed me for the better, because my wife and God gave me a healthy child. And the love for my wife tripled. My love for my daughter tripled. Whatever, it changed me for ways. Now, I protected my wife. We was only together for a couple years before we had Haley, but once she had her, guys, these two is my everything. Everything. I've had battles over these years because of these two other people. And let me tell you, please do nothing to my family.
Family man, all day, every day.
That's my world right here. So it changed me in a good way, because it taught me to love hard and protect hard and provide hard. So that's what it did for me.
Awesome answers. Okay. This is a good one. What movie or sitcom couple would you like your relationship to be similar to?
Well, to be honest, I don't like comparing our relationship to, you know, other people's relationship. But if I had to pick a family, I think I would pick the Jeffersons. I know y'all remember the Jeffersons. And, you know, George and Weezy, y'all know how, you know, they was in one position, and then, you know, they excelled, and, you know, they moved on up. And so I feel like we've done some of that. You know, we've been at our low, you know, we've been, you know, barely making it or living from paycheck to paycheck, but, you know, we've elevated. So that's why I chose the Jeffersons. We've moved on up.
For me, it was never a sitcom. Guys, it's this man in my life. My grandmother and my grandfather. I tried to emulate them because this man showed me what a husband is supposed to do for a wife. He showed me what a husband and a father is supposed to do for their kids. So since I've been married to Miss Smith, and I've told her, I try to emulate E.C. Crankfield, the greatest man to ever do it as a husband, as a father, as a provider. That's what I try to do, because that was real, and he always was teaching his kids. Now the question is, were you listening?
Yeah.
What he was teaching or learning?
Well,
from me.
You listened. You listened, because he took after his grandfather 100%. 100%. And thank you, Mr. E.C. Crankfield.
Yes.
Alrighty, so what is something that you think you both have in common?
I think we have quite a few things in common. We love family. We love shopping together.
Yeah. No, seriously.
Yeah, we love shopping together. We like coming up with different ideas, to enhance the relationship and to enhance things that we do as well too.
All right, so what brings you the most joy in your marriage?
What brings me joy is my wife is still here with me after 28 years, through the ups, through the down, through the good, through the bad. She allows me to be TK, and that's hard.
Well, it's not hard all the time. It's hard sometimes. Everybody have their ways of, the way they do things. So, and I know I'm not easy. I'm not easy at all. So I know I take him through some struggles and some stuff sometimes. But like I said in the beginning, he's taught me patience.
You gotta want it, though, guys.
Yeah, you gotta want it. Yep, you gotta want it. You can't let just the first thing that happens or the first thing that upsets you and you just want to throw in the towel or whatever, because marriage is about sacrificing, communicating, meeting each other in the middle, halfway, so yeah.
So your answer basically is that you guys, what brings you the most joy is that you guys both want it. You fight for it every day.
Right.
That's your answer.
Yes.
Okay, next question. What are some short-term and long-term goals you think you have as a couple?
So I think both of our short-term goal is to be more into the Word, study the Word more, and become closer to God. So that's one of our short-term goals. And one of our long-term goals is to become debt-free.
Be better, continue to grow as a couple, because every day you can learn from each other. The question is, are you willing to learn? And you just learn as you go. There's no book on what's right, what's wrong. You have to learn, you have to go through it, and are you going to be there for that person when that actually happened in life?
At this point in time, today, right now, what are you most excited about in your marriage?
I'm excited about where we are today, how much we've grown as a couple. He agrees.
Okay. In what ways can you continue building and strengthening your marriage?
Like she said before, you have to put God first. You have to ask Him for you to be patient, understanding, and then the biggest thing is putting in that 100% every day with your significant other. You gotta do it. You gotta give. I have to give her 100% every day. She give me 100%. I can't give her 50%, 20%, because it's not fair, because I don't do my job that way. And a marriage is a job. And so far, I haven't been fired yet. I got some paint slip come time.
All right, almost done. So the next question is, what is your love language, such as words of affirmation, acts of service, gifts, quality time, physical touch, things like that?
So my love language is physical touch, gifts, of course, love giving gifts, love going shopping, and words of affirmation as well too.
Words, I say, love languages, your actions. How you treat someone during the day, whether it's a call or text to say, hey, how you doing? Good morning, I miss you, whatever the case may be. It's your actions.
I love to touch and like to be touched.
All right.
Is this too heavy for you?
No. Last question. Based on your own marriage, what advice could you offer other couples that may need them in some way?
As I said earlier, you have to be patient with one another. You have to want the relationship. And when you want the relationship, you're going to do everything that you possibly can to make it work. Marriage isn't easy. If someone says that they have a perfect marriage, they are not telling the truth, because there's no such thing as a perfect marriage. You're going to have disagreements. You're going to have ups and you're going to have downs. I know a lot of people be like, we try not to go to bed, upset or mad, and you shouldn't, but sometimes depending on what the disagreement is or what have you, you may lay down, upset or mad, but then you may wake up in the middle of the night and say, hey, can we talk, or maybe talk in the morning, but you shouldn't go a whole entire day, being mad with your, significant other, because, that can just cause more problems. You should go ahead and attack the issues at hand as soon as you possibly can and not allow it to linger on. And another thing, this one is very, very important. Keep people out of your business. Don't be telling people everything that goes on in your relationship, because people be in your ear, and you want to work it out between you and your significant other. Now, I'm not saying, hey, you can't go get advice from someone. That's okay to get some advice from someone, but don't just let someone always be in your ear about your relationship. Hubby?
God first. Always ask God for guidance. And then two, like the wife said about telling people your business. But the biggest thing is, if you and your significant other is going through something, choose your words carefully, because words do hurt, and people remember the words that you're saying. When you're mad, yeah, things gonna come out, but choose your words carefully, because if you say something bad about your significant other, you can't wait 2 or 3 hours later or the next day and try to love on your spouse after the words that you have said to that person. Those words stick real bad. And never take advice from single people if you're married. Never do that. But if you're having and which everybody do, disagreements or whatever the case may be, like I say, just don't say mean things that you can't take back. Don't do that. It'll be best if you just be silent, walk away, than to say bad words to someone.
Amen.
I'm just saying, I don't see belittling the person that you say you love because you're mad. You belittle that person. I don't get that. I can honestly say, after 28 years, the worst thing about ever said to Miss Smith was she was spoiled. In 28 years.
Yep, and I must admit that going into our relationship when we first started dating, I said, hey, there's one thing about me. I said, I am spoiled rotten. can you deal with that? And what was your response?
Yes.
And then what else did you say? You was like, okay, I got one thing. And you explained your job and what your job entailed.
Oh yeah. By me have to go train in the field and have to deploy. And stuff like that. And that I will be away. And she was like, okay. But that's the worst. And like I say, we've had our ups and we had our downs in our 25-year marriage. But the biggest thing was we wanted to be still married. We still wanted the relationship. You know, so if you want the relationship, just like how you want your job, if you do wrong at your job, you're going to do everything possible to get back in good grace with your boss. Okay, same thing. If you do wrong by your wife, if you do wrong by your husband, you go put that same effort in that you would do to the boss man.
Right.
And then you will sit there and get back in good grace. It might take a day, a week, a month or whatever, but you still put in that work until it's done, if that's what you want. Now, if you don't want that, hey, you know what? Look, we ain't finna do this no more. It's a wrap. We will go up there together, and I'm gonna tell you something, guys, that I've learned. That people don't get a divorce because they don't want to pay for it. If I file for a divorce, I gotta go up there, I gotta pay for it. If she go file, she gotta pay for it. Go up there together. Split it down the middle. Hey, it's called $3,000. Hey, pull out your 15, pull out mine, and do your thing. And then you go your separate ways. But if you don't want to be with this person, don't waste your time or that person's time.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Simply Haley. Also to you all, Haley has a YouTube channel, Simply Haley. For those of you who do not know, go over and check out her videos, her YouTube channel. If you would like to be sweet, loving, and kind, go over and subscribe to her channel. But thanks again so much, Griffins. I think we've been rocking with you guys from the beginning. The Griffins is a great, loving, genuine family that you would want to connect with. Their family is so beautiful, and I appreciate you all. I appreciate you all for supporting Living Life with Lisa and At Home with Lisa. I appreciate you all so much, and again, thank you all for allowing us to participate in the Heart to Heart collab. And one thing we were supposed to do is call out at least one channel, and I would like to see Rome's Eating and Conversation to participate in this Heart to Heart collab if they haven't done it already. Well, all right, you all, we're gonna get out of here. And again, Griffins, thank y'all so much. And if you guys enjoyed this interview, please give us a thumbs up and leave us a comment down below. And if this is your first time here, consider subscribing to the channel. We would love to have you. All right, you all, stay safe and be blessed. Bye bye.
We just living life.